Hello, welcome to the online movement studio class today, and thank you for joining in the class. So there's a few things I'm going to say before we start the class. One of which is, if you feel like any of the exercises are aggravating old pain or giving you new pain, don't feel you have to battle on with anything. You can work entirely at your own level. So if you feel that perhaps your hip is a bit sore today, you don't have to push yourself up to level 3. There's an alternative for every exercise. Now there's several things that I use in the class to help, which you can get online or not use them at all. I particularly like this memory foam neck pillow. I use that for quite a lot of the exercises to support your head or perhaps your hips. So I have some 1 kilo lightweight dumbbells, which you can use to add some resistance to the upper body exercises. I have these gorgeous lightweight ankle weights, which you can get, which just go around the ankle and once again add some resistance to the leg exercises. And then TheraBand in varying strengths to use as support for some of the leg exercises and as resistance for some of the shoulder exercises. And one final thing, the breathing. So there's a lot of emphasis in yoga and Pilates about breathing. Now I want you to be comfortable during the exercises and do what comes naturally to you. You can put a little bit of focus and emphasis on the breathing, and I'll talk you through that, but the main thing is just not to stress and worry about it. So there's very safe, very effective online classes based on Pilates and yoga and some of my physio exercises. I hope you enjoy. Hello, welcome to my shoulder and neck class. So what we're going to be using in this class is a little bit of TheraBand if you have some band. And I like to do this one sitting on a gym ball. You don't have to, you can do it standing up or sitting down. I just think it gives you a little bit of more muscular activation if you sit on a gym ball. So we're going to be doing some exercises to loosen the neck and shoulders, strengthen the shoulders, and then we're going to come down to cat and start to work to strengthen the shoulders in 4-point kneeling. So as always, if you feel like I'm asking you to do anything that's aggravating old pain or giving you new pain, don't battle on with it. Go down a level, work at the level which suits you. So I'm just going to pop that over my knee there. And what we're going to do is roll the shoulders back 3 times and really loosen into your shoulder girdle. Get the shoulder blades mobilizing, roll back. Roll back, and then roll forwards, and then roll back, and once again roll forwards. So we're really loosening the muscles through the shoulder. I'm going to relax my hands down into my lap and look over the left shoulder, and then look over the right shoulder, over to the left, and over to the right. And we just repeat these until we really start to feel loose through the neck, through the shoulders. Once again, realign yourself. So think about lengthening through your spine, imagining someone's holding to a bit of hair on top of your head and is just pulling you up. So open the jaw slightly, and we're just going to do that again. Roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders forwards, roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders forwards, and then rest your hands in your lap. Look over to the left, and then look over to the right, and then look over to the left, and then look over to the right, and come back to the center, and just think about tilting the chin down. So you just have a little stretch through your upper traps there. And look up again. Good, nice deep inhalation, exhalation, relax the shoulder blades down, lengthen the neck and just soften the jaw, and we're going to work through dumb waiter, this time with no TheraBand. So imagine you're holding 2 plates of soup here, hands to the side and to the center. So we're just lifting the rib cage, thinking about coming long through the collarbones and lifting the sternum, but without thrusting forwards. We want to keep this smooth and relax and lift up and then down and together. Inhalation up and down and together. Lift up and down and together. So we're going to do 3 more on this set. 2 more. Last one, and then from here, again, hands in the lap, look over the left, and then look over to the right. Look over to the left, and then over to the right. Wonderful. Come back to the center. Okay, so from here, a little exercise to release off the shoulders. I'm going to get you to take your hands just behind your head here. Lift up. Now, deep inhalation as you shrug your shoulders up around the ears, and then quite a forced exhalation out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. We're going to do 3. Last one. Perfect, good. Hands back down into the lap. Look over to the left and look over to the right. And we're really starting to loosen now. Look over to the left and over to the right. And then we come to here. Place your hands over your rib cage. So we just have, you can have your hands on your hips here, but we're just going to add in the thoracic rotation. Now, the reason I like doing this on a gym ball is because I think about my hips being level and facing forwards and the rotation coming from the thorax, the upper back. Good. Rotate. 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 2 more. And back to center. And relax there. Good. Okay, I'm just going to get you to interlace your fingers behind your back and stretch up. So we're opening and lengthening into the chest. Lift the rib cage. Inhalation. And exhalation. Good. Now, we're going to do a little bit of strengthening for the shoulders. So just use your TheraBand here. If you need to have a little move around to get comfy, please do. So I'm now thinking about my posture and alignment a little. So my seat bones are dropping down into the ball and the rib cage is lifting up. You can have the same feeling sitting on a chair. I'm going to wrap the band around my hands here and go thumbs on top. A little bit more slack on the band there. Thumbs on top. Now, in this exercise, if it's irritating you, we have more slack on the band. If you like it, less slack. We're going to take the hands to the side and center. In this exercise, I like to think about the neck being long and the shoulder blades dropping down the back as you work through. We're going to do 3 sets of 10. Grasp the band, 9. When we clench the fist, we get more activation in the shoulder muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, either rest or hold to the side and pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. We're going to repeat that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We either rest or pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And we've got one more set of those to go. Grasp the band, lift the rib cage, drop the shoulders down the back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Okay, pop the band down. I'm going to put that out of harm's way. And then what we're going to do is bring the hands into a W position here. So once again, the rib cage lift long through the collarbone, squeeze the shoulder blades together, space between ear and shoulder, and lift up and back down. 9. You can do these against a wall actually if you like the feedback of having a wall behind you, or you can stay on your gym ball. 3, 2, last one, okay, and another set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax there. Good. And just really roll out, rotate out. So we're just letting go of all the tension. And roll it forwards, let go of that tension. Good. We're going to come now to cat position here and work the shoulders in cat. Okay, so we're going to come now into cat. We're going to have hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Now, if at any point you feel sharp pain in your shoulders, you can wind this one back in a little bit. But what we're going to do is really think about the shoulder blades drawing down the back and the neck being long, and just a little elbow dip here. 3 sets of 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back and stretch. Just have a little relax there. Take the tension out of the shoulder. And then come back up, and we're going to repeat that. But each time now think about drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Engage. And 10, 9, 8, 7. You can see this isn't a big movement. We're keeping the shoulder blades level. 3, 2, 1. Sit back and stretch. And then come back up. Now, just to make that more difficult, I'm just going to increase the load through the shoulder. You don't have to. You can stay at the level which you prefer. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Perfect. Good. Okay, still in cat, we're going to do a little bit of work here to work a little bit on balance and shoulder stability. So we're going to work through the Superman, shoulders back, and we're going to come 1 and down. So in this exercise, we're actually not looking for that much movement. We're looking for stability and balance. We'll do 3 sets of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and just sit back and stretch. Take the weight out of the wrist, loosen the shoulder. And when you come back up, we'll do the next set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, last one, sit back and stretch. One more set to go. Good. Okay, last set when you're ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, very good, rest and stretch. Okay, so now we're just going to do one more exercise from cat position. We're going to do the thread the needle, okay? So we can do 2 levels at this. We can scoop it through, thread, and come back up. Or if you want to work harder, we can come up into the full extension and rotate through. Up and rotate through. Let's do 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, eyes follow the fingers for this, 3, 2, last one, sit back and stretch. And then we're going to do the other side. So scooping through and up. Eyes follow the fingers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, perfect. Just have a sit back, stretch out, and we're going to roll over onto our back in a second. But just for a second, just to have a nice relax and a breathe through here. A little stretch forward one way, a little stretch forward in the other. And then roll over onto your back. So on your back here, this is a lovely exercise to loosen the shoulder. What we're going to do is lie down on your back, knees bent, relax the shoulder blades into the mat. Imagine you're holding a bottle of water here and turn the fist down and up, down and up. So we've actually got quite a lot of energy here going through the muscles, straightening the elbow, rotate down and up. So we're getting that rotation. We're just going to do 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take the hands up into this surrender position here and take the hands forwards and back. Now, if that's a little bit sharp or catchy, you can bring your elbows in a little way. But we're looking for the movement in the shoulder joint itself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, perfect. Relax down. And then for the last exercise, roll over onto your side. And I'm just going to grab my pillow to lie on your side. Hands come together. I've got my nice neck pillow here, but I'm just going to have a little rotational stretch through the upper back. Eyes follow the fingers, and you can increase that stretch by bringing your knee forward and taking the hand down. Look over towards the hand that's down. Deep breath in to feel the rib cage here. Hold that lovely stretch. And then roll over and repeat on the other side. I'm going to do it on this side just to save rolling. Breathe into that top side of the rib cage. Good. Okay, well thank you very much for doing my neck and shoulder class. I hope you feel looser and more activated as a result of that.